Hi there, it's Moira McDonald. I'm going to do a quick makeup with Moira. This initially I'd planned on just making a tag, but then the more I thought about it, the more I thought what I really want to do is make a tag that becomes a cluster embellishment. So I have prepared a number of items, first of which is the card for my tag. I'm planning on, when I make this cluster, forming the likes of a page on a journal. So let's just see. I think I actually might need to trim this, because I know I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's going to be way too long for what I want to do. But my wee lady that's going to form part of my cluster is quite big. It is going to be too big, so what I'll do is I'm going to take half an inch off. Don't need to take it off that one, I've obviously already done that. It's this I've got to do. I wish there was room for me to move in here. Right, so effectively what I've done is I have made my tag in terms, this particular tag is going to be, give or take, 5.5 by 3. So that should pretty much cover a page in one of my books, I would think. Now, what I also need, and what I haven't dug out, gosh, do you know something? I did prepare for this, but you'd need to tell somebody. I need some music paper. And I need a bit of book page, and I'm just going to use some random book page that I've got lying here. I think it's actually I think it might be for something like Ice Station Zebra or something, I don't know what this is. Which is a bit ironic because I'm planning on doing this for a Christmas book. Right, so anyway, let's get back to the beginning. I've actually got stuff put by to do too, but we'll need to see how time goes. Right, so I've made my tag, which is going to form virtually the size, certainly in terms of height, of a page in my book. What I'm going to do with my tag over and above that is I'm going to add some book page to it. Like so there, and I want to make that straight. Where's my glue? So just towards the top of this tag, I'm going to do a wee bit of glue and paper. Now I would ordinarily want to add another wee bit of paper over this side, but I've got a feeling that my little, well, she is quite big, but having said that, what I'll do is I'll take a bit of bit of music paper. That's not very good, but should have thought that one out. Because I want to at least be able to see a bit of music notes. Right, and we'll stick that there. And then we'll stick some glue to my table. I have a bit difficult to saying table. Now this is double-sided, this particular one's double-sided scrapbooking paper, the other bit I'm going to use isn't. So we'll need to see how that goes. Right, so we've got that. Next I want to add my lady, and when I put her down, she's really quite big. I don't want her to, I'm going to go around her with distressing. She is going to overlap the tag, but that's okay because like I say, it's going to be a cluster on a page, and when it goes on the page, it's going to be within the dimensions of the actual page itself, but it will be so large that it's going to be like an entire page decoration. There isn't going to be room for journaling on this particular page that this is going to go on. So I'm planning on having her hang over a wee bit like that. So don't want to glue down that side of her because I know she's overlapping. So we'll put our glue at the other side, and maybe draw a line there, an imaginary line if you like. In fact, that's maybe a bit too much. I'll move that in for a wee bit. Right, I think that should do it. And I'll now put her on. That's fine for me. So you can see there that she is, move her down just a wee bit so she's definitely at the bottom. So you can still see a wee bit of the writing of the book page up there, a wee bit of the music paper there, but that's effectively her covering that. Now over and above, I don't want to overdo this cluster, but I do want to make it sufficiently significant and noticeable. I'm going to take some distress ink. I have cut a little kind of a rectangle, a card, and stamped on it with I think it's a scrapbooking, what do you call it? A scrapbooking stamp, which is lined for folk to journal. So that's going to be going on this page, as indeed is a little, what do you call it? Gosh, I'm terrible for this. A wee kind of perpetual calendar. So I'm just going over them with some distress ink now to make them kind of blend in age-wise. Now, I have also die cut a tag from another scrapbooking paper that will kind of match in with what we're doing here, and I'm going to put that to the back if you like, and add a couple of other wee embellishments. I've got a heart, and I have the word believe in kind of glittery cardstock to stick on it once we're done. I've also made a wee kind of banner type die that I've cut, and I'm going to have that up towards the top of this. So we'll stick this on first. Now I need to watch what I'm doing with this because it's very intricate, and there's nothing worse than an intricate die when it comes to you trying to glue it, because you end up with glue everywhere, and it's just such a blooming nuisance. Even using the fine tip glue I still have issues with this. Right, that'll do it. I was watching a video yesterday of somebody, it was a card maker, and this particular girl has really got thousands and thousands of followers, and I watch her periodically, but what I find intensely irritating is when she's making anything, she barely sticks it down. And I think, see, if you're going to show somebody how to do something, the worst thing in the world is to skimp on the amount of glue you're using, because see, when you skimp on your glue, all that ends up happening is when you go to use that, embellishment in some fashion, you have issues with things falling apart on you, and I'm sorry, but that's no stuff. Right, so this is just a wee die cut tag. Didn't need to be die cut, just so happened that I wanted to use a wee fancy one because, well, I bought them, so I might as well make use of them. Right, I'm going to stick that hanging over the other side like that. Just want to check roughly what size this is. 4.5, so we're getting quite close to what a page is probably going to be in this wee book. I don't want it to extend beyond that. I'm going to add, now I want to add this. I think I'm going to have problems with my believe, because I'd kind of hoped, no, I'll be able to get that in there. Right, what I'll do now is I'll add this down here, sticking it in a wee bit. Aye, so as I was saying, there's nothing worse than if you're showing somebody how to do something. See, if you skimp on your glue, all you're doing is going to, your stuff's going to fall apart. It will not stay together. You really need to make sure things are stuck. Now, having said make sure things are stuck, you don't want to start gluing things to pages that aren't meant to be stuck to pages, but if you're going to use glue, for goodness sake, make sure you use enough. Right, I'm going to add this wee glittery heart, which is cut from a card that's called Champagne. So it's not actually gold as such, but it's glittery, and this is going to be for a Christmas book. And I like glitter. It's a glitter card, and it seems to be quite a good quality glitter card, because the glitter doesn't, I mean, you do get the odd wee bit on your hand, but we're not talking tons yet. You know, it's not. Now I need to watch, because see if I try to do that, that's not going to work. Right, now I've got my believe, hold on, I want to put my believe here, sideways, so let's see what we can do with the glue, because we want it to stick, right, like I said. We can't afford for it not. Another big bugbear of mine, and this word is one of them, is it's got an eye in it. So of course you can't, there's absolutely no way when you're die cutting this that you are saving that eye. I tried, but I lost it on my desk because there was just, it's too small. Stuff ends up everywhere, so. Right, I need to make sure the top of my letters stick. Hope I'm in shot okay here. Right, that'll do it. Tweezers, I've got a pair of tweezers on order. That are probably going to be a lot easier to use than these. Right, so I'm going to stick believe here. I need to put this to the side, excuse my big head sticking in the way. And we'll stick that there. Right, I'm quite happy with this so far. Now, I wanted to stick my perpetual calendar, but the problem with my perpetual calendar is I know for a fact that you can't stick stuff to this. I tried it with something else yesterday and it just didn't work. So I can bring my perpetual calendar down a wee bit and it will overlap the writing space, or I can just leave it out. I think in this instance I'll just leave it out. So that's going to be my cluster for this particular page. So I mean, there's not a phenomenal amount in it. I could add a wee bit of lace if I've got, where's my lace? I can add a wee corner here of things, and I'll just cut a wee bit and add that somewhere. Don't know where I'm going to, I could add it down there. Don't need to add a ton, just a wee, literally a snippet, as they say. just to kind of give it a wee bit of extra attention. Now I'll put my glue here. And add a wee bit of lace. I'm not sure what that originally was. It was kind of long. It must have been some sort of small table runner, and I just started cutting it up. It took me a wee while to get into the mood of being able to cut it up, because you know what it's like. You buy something and you think, I'll use that, and then you look at it and you think, you know, that really is quite nice. Can I bring myself to do it? And the problem is, when you reach the point where you can't bring yourself to do it, you end up hoarding. And I am trying to make a conscious decision to stop hoarding stuff, because if I dropped dead tomorrow, I shudder to think what my husband and my son would find. I mean, they wouldn't find anything horrific, they wouldn't find anything that would get anyone arrested, but they would find a ton of stuff and think, what in God's name was she thinking? Right, that'll do me, I think, for this. So there we go, that's my first cluster. It's initially a tag, you can barely see it's a tag. I've added my image that I cut from a photograph. I've added some music paper below both the, well, below the image, and some book page below the image. I've added a wee decorative tag up the top. That could have been anything. It didn't need to be that fancy. It could have been any sort of wee decorative addition. Another wee shaped tag there just to allow my cluster to come out. A heart that I die cut using some glitter card, and there's room for journal space down the bottom. I don't have room to put that anywhere, so that'll just go in the book when the book's done. So that's our first one done. Second one's going to be pretty much the same but different. This is quite the image which is governing what's happening is kind of more pastel, more muted. So in that respect, I didn't want to go with the real Major League traditional Christmas colours, so I went kind of silvery with this one. A bit of scrapbooking paper, it's white on the back. I hadn't really thought that out when I bought these, that this particular pad was white in the back, but it's not, again, it's not an insurmountable thing, especially in this particular instance, because I'm going to be making a cluster that will stick to a page, so it really doesn't matter all that much. In terms of dimension, this one is going to be, I think it's 5.5 long. I think my pages are about 5.5, give or take. Aye, this is 5.5 long. And I think it's maybe 2.5 across, or is it 3? Oh, it's 3 inches across. Now she's going to be bigger than that again, because if you notice, when I stick her down, she juts out a wee bit there. She has a flat edge there, which in itself would probably suggest I should maybe just try and stick her there, because I can add, you know, I added another wee tag to the other one, I can add another tag there. I've die cut a wee kind of shiny silvery tag to go there, so that can overhang there. I'll just leave her like that. Right, where did I put my... I'll just quickly run round her with a wee bit of vintage photo. If I'm being entirely honest, I would have liked to run round her with a kind of blue colour of distress ink, because I think it would have just blended in better with the picture, but vintage photo is not the end of the world. It's just whatever you use, the whole point of it is to make her sort of stand out from her background. You don't necessarily want her completely blended in. Now I'm not going to need both a book page and music paper, because I don't think there's going to be enough room in this particular. No, there might be. I can put something up the top. Right, so this can go up here. Might help if that was straight. when I did the two Christmas journals I did recently, to be honest, I didn't know if I was perhaps being quite early with things. I suppose, and I am early, there's no denying that. And I know myself, I hate when you're doing Christmas shopping and you're cutting about the shops and all you hear is Christmas music and it's like, not even Halloween yet. And that's pretty much what I've done here, but at least I'm not doing Christmas in July. That really annoys me. That's pure market technique, that one. The old Christmas in July drives me absolutely nuts. It's I know QVC does it, and I'd be inclined to think it must have been somebody like QVC that started it, just to kind of try and boost sales in the middle of the year, because there isn't any excuse for folk to run out and buy irrationally. Right, let's glue our girl. Now she's going to jut over, and I haven't prepared the other wee tag yet for shoving under where she's going to jut out. I want, because this is clearly the corner of a picture, so I want it to be the corner of my tag. Try not to shove my finger in her face, because I hate when you've got I use photographic paper generally when I'm doing pictures like this, and I don't like it when you see dirty great big fingerprints on them. Now I don't want this to be enormously large, enormous hangover, so hoping that's enough. Okay. In fact, you can't even see it's a tag, but it doesn't really matter. It's something that you'll see when you're looking at it. Right, now that's that ready. What we need to do is we've still got to distress. I should, with any luck, be able to get the perpetual calendar in. We'll see. Right, so I've die cut a wee kind of oval one this time, because they came in a set of, I think there was maybe something like 6 or 7 of them, and they're all different shapes, which makes for more interest obviously when it comes to adding them to books. I really like to try and make things a wee bit different if I can, using different embellishments in different ways in each book that I tackle, because it gets boring for me if I make everything the same, so it can surely only get boring for people that watch, that will sit and think, very good, but did you not do that in the last book? Right, so if we add, wait a minute, I want to see, now with her I've got peace, and I would sooner it was somewhere more noticeable. What if we put peace there? Have I got enough room for that? See that looks squint to me. It's alright, we'll detract from that. Right, we'll stick down our writing thing first, and then worry about the rest of it. You barely see that, but not to worry. Right, what I want is I definitely want to get in my word piece, so I'm going to do that first. I really like dies with words on them, don't know why. It's just one of the things, one of my little foibles. So what I want to do here is Don't mind if my P goes on that. Right, that's fine. Do my little heart down the bottom here. And my heart's going to jut out on the other side. Oops, really hope I hadn't done that. Stick that down. I cut one of those, which I can add up here, I think, and have the top all just hanging over. Hopefully it's not going to end up being too big for a page, because that would be quite annoying, but play that one by ear. Like that. Perpetual calendar I think is going to pose a problem again, because if I add that there even, I think it's going to just take it out beyond the size of my page. Bear with me till I measure. Oh no, that's fine. Right, so we can add that there. Now what we want, I don't want it on our gown or anything, so I need to stick it basically there. I'm happy with that, that's looking good. Right, where is my little bit of lace again? And I will just take a tiny bit this time. And I'll just add that up the top. That's good. I think we'll settle for one button on that. And give me the one, I've got one with 4 holes on it. Make sure I put my glue on the right side. Sorry, I'm just trying to put my pin back in my glue. There we go, that's that. Right, let's move things out the way a wee bit so that you can try and see what we've done. I hope you did see that, to watch over and have a wee judgment. Right, so there's the wee kind of silvery one. So we've got our perpetual calendar and that, we've got our journaling space down there, we've got our word piece. A wee heart and another wee glittery banner thing up there, and the other one, our believe, which will go on another page, and that's that. So that's 2 things we've got made. So come back tomorrow. I'm going to do another couple, I think. Maybe shake it up a wee bit, do them slightly different, because I know for a fact that the figures that I've cut out are going to be smaller, so they won't seem quite as busy, I don't think, when we actually go to put them together. But that's them. So thanks very much for joining me, and I shall see you again hopefully sometime tomorrow, or if not tomorrow then the next day, and we'll tackle another couple of cluster embellishments, and you can see what you think. Thanks for your time. See you later. Bye.